Lights, camera, action. We should be live and everything should be up and running. I think we're in good shape. I don't think my audio has changed much. I'm looking at the levels and I think everything looks about right. So, we can get this show on the road. What's going on, guys? Pirates with this here. Today, not tonight for once, I actually didn't play last night for the first time in the last 2 weeks since this game dropped. I was exhausted. I finished after work yesterday, laid down to play with Sal for a little bit, and then I fell asleep on the floor. So that didn't happen. It was like 8:30. I woke up. I'm like, oh, I just took a 3-hour nap that I didn't mean to. So that was kind of unfortunate, but it's all good. We're in
Judging by the trajectory, it must have landed nearby.
What I'd like to do today is I see I have some Collectopedia stuff to turn in, so let me do that first before I do anything else.
Guess it was worth the effort.
Stuff for me.
Guess it was worth the effort.
Punch these through. I don't feel
Great.
like
It's done.
we kind of like really skipped through what's her face's quest because I did not feel
Oh,
like
hey,
dealing
we
with it.
finished off something. Great.
She
It's
was
done.
kind of annoying. I didn't like her very much, so I was like, I don't want to.
Guess it was worth the effort.
We killed the console, so that's worth it.
Guess it was worth the effort.
Just thumbing through these
Great.
Collectopedias.
Great. It's done.
Take all these affinity points.
Guess it was worth the effort. Oh, hey, we finished off something.
Look at all this XP and
Guess
affinity
it was
that we're
worth
getting.
the
This is
effort.
great.
Guess
Mew
it
is
was
the new
worth
one.
the effort. Great. It's done. Great.
This is an
It's
interesting
done.
way to handle the Collectopedia this time around. Rather than just having a massive
hey, we
list of
finished off
possible
something.
things to get, they instead
Great,
turned it into
it's
this,
done.
which I kind of like. So you now actively get
Guess it was
just
worth
tons
the
and
effort.
tons of experience and rewards just for collecting stuff, which is cool.
Guess
I
it
like
was
that.
worth the effort. Oh, hey, we finished off something. Great, it's done. Guess it was worth the effort.
Though I do wish we didn't have to do this whole screen every time. I wish we could just go boom, 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 bang them all
Guess
out.
it was worth the effort.
Cool. Look at all those points that we just got ourselves. Cool.
Good stuff.
Level 2 with Colony Mew. Nice. What bonuses do we have out here? We're doing pretty well. We haven't gotten any of the Swift Swimmers. Not one of them. Let's see who has speed. So I would like to move quickly. Ah, it's level 5 with the city. Yikes, that's a tough one to get. That's actually kind of a very tough one to get, because that's level 5. One of these was like... pretty easy. Also, that Ferronis is crazy. Yeah, we got the speed jogger from Tau, but the next one is from City. So that's, yeesh, that's tough. That's a lot of quests that I imagine that we'll have to do. Okay, so let's go back to our map. Go to the Etia region, and let's get this show on the road. Oh, you're not gonna let me fast travel to the camp? I thought we already rested there. That's annoying. I guess it's fine. So next up, on our way to the Cloud Keep, whatever it was called, we have to do a side
So
story
monsters
for
even
Neo.
fight among themselves.
Wow, that collection ring is huge. I'll take the experience. Kill the bunnets.
Mint meat. Kick him aside. Break. Heal bullet. Right here.
Grab Senna. One. Oh, for a split second, I thought these were called something very different. I thought there was an L in their name, I'll put it that way. And I was thoroughly confused. Oh, Mio's got tons of hearts out. Record. There we go. That was easy.
That was spectacular.
And I'll whack him good.
No, you won't. Oh, no, it's a black name tag.
This'll keep me going.
We're gonna be here for not much reward. It's not a unique either. If it was unique, I'd fight it. But it's not. I can't be bothered. You have something to say?
What should we get?
Anything good here? I feel like a lot of these I'll just get myself. Block rate by 4, that's pretty good. 20%. Don't I already have gear like that? Call me crazy. Accessories. That's 60%. That one was 20%, wasn't it? I'll get better stuff anyway, so it's not really that big a deal, I guess. Though, one thing that I'm wondering is... They're level 20. How do I acquire... Can I even get new stuff? I don't know. What's the button? There we go. That's what I wanted. I need to shuffle these around a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. I need a Noah. So I need an attacker.
I'm fine with attacking.
Uni.
I'll hit him, and then I'm
Ion
gonna hit
becomes
him
a
again.
I'll
tank.
provide the perfect defense.
Lance,
Support ya. Got
Strategos,
it.
and Senna Core Medic.
Gotta keep you guys safe.
Something like that, I guess. Or actually, no, Lance, I'll do this
Support ya.
signifier thing,
Got it.
whatever this is. Does something. Oh, I love that the game auto equips you. That's awesome. That's really nice. Skills. Let's see what they picked for us. Physical defense. Buff effects. Does she have a lot of like buffing arts? Not really. trading, physical event, yeah. Charge me by 40%. Sounds pretty good. Also going to go with a ninja healer. What arts do I have here? Grants own buffs to all allies. Applies one random buff to self. Buffs regenerate. Okay. That's pretty good. I think we could work with this. I also should check. Can I make
Let's
any
rest and heal
new
up.
gems? Because I haven't done that in quite a while. Let's see here. Not really so far. I can jump this one up to level
It's
4.
ready.
There's always like one or two things that I need. It's a pain. Man, I just need an air. Wait,
Will that be all for now?
Aries? Aren't those the things around here? Yeah. Yeah, these. Can I just hunt a couple of these real quick? Oh, you stupid. Because at night they're Oris, right? And during the day they're Aries, if I recall correctly. Yeah, if I hunt a couple of these, that should give me what I need for that gem. I think. Let's try it.
This isn't worth our time. I'm so ready for this.
I'll draw them. Demon Flame.
More hit. That's too soon.
We can do this. Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the
Fiend
gun.
Aries hide. How about this one?
Oriole. I'll draw them.
That.
Gale
Oh, that was unfortunate timing.
We can do better yet. Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
Let's see.
I'm the girl with the gun.
Oh wait, no, that wasn't Oris. Oh, are the Oris the males and then the
Don't
Aries the
assume
females,
they're
maybe?
pushovers.
Is that it?
Satan's colony with me on it.
That's entirely a guess. I don't know. Hold the foe.
With you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gun.
No, that's just the perfumed Aries hides. That's not what I need. Okay, I guess it's whatever. It was more of a, wait, I'm right here, maybe I'll have these things, you know? Not a big deal. Whoa! Smooth! Smooth, thank you for that gift sub for Okami Queen. That's very kind of you.
I'll whack 'em good.
Can I ignore this thing? No. Fine, we'll fight it. We'll fight it. We'll kill it. That's very kind of you, Smooth. I really appreciate that. How have you been? Down. And stupid bird.
Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Okay, let's see if I can make anything else.
I'm just gonna lie here.
He's got home
and
from
you
work.
can't
Very
stop me.
nice. I did not have work today, fortunately. Stupid Ares fur. I guess I don't get that around here then, which is really unfortunate. I haven't made any of these. Oh! I can almost make that. So hang on, let's go hunt more of those.
If time to go,
I need one more purple
then
one.
time to go.
Make them respawn. I need one purple perfumed. Oh god, Noah's freaking out. One purple
Looks like a
perfumed
pretty
Ares
rare
hide.
specimen.
The rare one. If I get that, then I can make
Let's
that
get it done
that
snappy.
gem, which was a couple levels above whatever that one was. So I'm okay with that.
Thanks for the support.
Wham! Absolutely lay into him. I wonder if Spike now is a linear, like, just mirror whatever damage you did to me, I do right back to you. Because if so, that'd be sick.
Sure, I did
I imagine that you could probably get some crazy arts back. Wait, no, we do get Ares fur here. We just got one.
I can't even call this practice.
I'm the one you want.
Okay, so I do just have to fight a couple of these guys. You're not attacking me, so that art's doing absolutely. Ah, okay, so that regenerate is a big deal.
Well, they were no match for us. Help him,
There's
team
another
victory!
Ares fur. I'm not fighting the wolves. Oh, is that it? So not more here. I see one over there. Oh, there's two over here. Okay, cool. Let's fight these.
They're mincemeat.
Let's do it.
Kick 'em aside.
All set and ready to come.
I'll draw them. Time to extract.
Final set.
Gives me one buff. And then that should share it with the party, right? Oh, cool! I see, I see. This is a neat class. See, what did I just get? I got, what is that, Arts Up or something? Interesting.
I'd say we were moving in sync.
Purple Ares
Right,
fur.
Tile?
There's our perfumed hide. Okay, I think that's everything we need to make two new gems. We can improve. Oh, the sky just opened up. This is a very white area. Oh, there's something up there. Let's go get it. I don't know what that is, but I want it. Oh, so there's a lot of death down there. I should probably take care of that. If I jump from here, it'll totally kill me. See, there's the colony. I don't know what these shard things do. answer on that, but oh well.
Well, we've been
I'm not fighting the stupid birds. Let's go down there and take care of that off soon. I didn't even notice these guys over here. There's a couple of them I need to take care of.
No one not wanting to send off? Riku know what Noah thinking.
We can't leave it like this.
Yeah. Let them on. And then there's just these giant bugs flying in our face. There's 100 points of affinity. That was worth it. Okay. So let's make whatever it was we
Banana
needed.
to whip up some grub.
There were 2 that we wanted. I need a purple Ares fur. Dang it. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about that now. I can improve this one. Going from a level 2 to a level 6. That's a pretty nice bonus.
Get it equipped.
Shall we try it straight away?
Can do this one.
Get it equipped.
Shall we try it straight away?
30? Oh my god. Some of those top tier gems are kinda stupid. I wish it was easier to trade for some of this stuff. Knowing where to get it would be real helpful. Holy moly, you really gotta pay out the nose for some of these coins. I'm not gonna drop 28 coins on that because I only need 1 extra thingamajig. Echidnos. Those come from the Kevis Castle area, if I recall correctly. Oh wow, I have a lot of silver coins. Whoops. Okay, I want that extra gem because I'm like right there. I need 1 extra drop. I might as well do it now.
Let's keep things on a tight loop.
If I don't do it now, then when will I? You know. Wolf will be here, and then we can run our way back and kill some Ares on the way.
They're mince meat. Kick him aside.
I'm so ready for
Whack. Give that to everybody. Did I get my buff? I didn't get my buff. I'm mad.
Unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
Nope. I need a purple Ares fur. Which is kind of annoying to get.
Oh, this'll be over like that.
I don't think we'll run into any issues.
I'll draw them. Cheers for that. Here's the Orioles.
Come on, cheer up.
Share.
Leave the enemies to me.
Smooth as always, Noah.
Demon Slayer. Heal harmony.
We're good.
That was spectacular.
And I was the
There's
MVP.
our purple. All right,
You're
cool.
all thinking.
Let's get out of here. We got our purple Ares fur, so that gives us our quite a couple boosts to that one gem. I forget which one it is, but we'll be
Some
in good shape.
monsters even fight among themselves.
I got so many Napon coins that I really should be using some of them, I think.
Can we ask Manana to whip up some grub?
Alright, let's see. It was one of these, right? Yep.
It's
Make that.
I think we'll find this useful.
Because that's just a... What was it before? It was level 4, and I just bumped it up to... something. No, it's level 6 now. When it was level 2. Yeesh. 25 to 33. That's a meaningful improvement. It's like if I'm gonna do some of these, I would want to do it on things that I don't really have the stuff for. I don't know which would be a good one here. Probably agility, I think. I think I might do one of these. Agility by 22, up from 17. It's an extra 5 points.
It's done.
I think we'll find this useful.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm eager to run some tests.
How many bonus levels do I have? 57 up to 9 levels. Okay, so we're gonna keep that in the bank. Let's rest.
Oh, I'm dead on my feet.
We've done a
Mio,
lot.
can you tell us more about Colony Omega?
Omega.
I've had glimpses when we interlink, but what does it all mean?
Right. I'll try. Sana, is that okay? May I?
Yeah. I don't see a problem with that. You can tell them.
That's a very intense face. Why do I get the feeling this isn't going to be a good story?
"5 years ago, the three of us were foot soldiers in Colony Theta. One day, with no reason given, we were transferred to Colony Omega.
Purple flame clock. That's pretty cool.
We didn't fight. Rather, we were subject to daily examinations for no clear reason. Then one day, there was an accident.
something caused by the flame clock, or came out of it at least.
Mia, B.
Just wait.
That purple fog.
Mio, take this. I'm giving you my whole self. So please, live life in my stead.
Miyabi.
Thank you.
Where? Oh, they were inside the Furanas. Oh my god! What happened? Why did it just start oozing black or purple gas? Does it have to do with the purple flame clock? 'Cause that's a different color than usual.
I couldn't do a thing. I wasn't any use. None at all.
Senna. Miyabi was a hero. All that an Offseer ought to be. She put it in here, and she gave it to me. Truly a hero. I decided I'll find it for myself. I'll leave my mark on others and the world. This lifetime that Miyabi gave to me, I'll use it well.
They went to the Pharos region, was it? The desert where Colony 4 is.
Regret all you want, but the past can never be changed. But you can change who you are in the present. If I was stronger then, like now, I might have been able to save everyone. Is it wrong to think that?
Not at all. I feel you. I know I wish I'd been stronger back then.
So yeah, I want to go back there with that in mind. And now I have the chance.
Mio, what kind of colony is this Omega? I never even knew it existed.
Yeah, our side didn't know about it either.
We've got, what, 23 Acnean colonies in all? They go up to Psy.
Good intel.
Hey now! Don't go lumping me in with Lance. I took my education seriously.
Ah, shut up. Don't flatter yourself.
Colony Omega was an independent entity. It never engaged. The name it used was Agnian, but even that wasn't the whole truth. Omega's administrator was the Mobius Y. He was performing some kind of experiment there, using us as guinea pigs. I don't know what he was
Wait,
doing.
if there's...
M wasn't briefed on it either.
If there's 26...
All I can remember
or,
is...
sorry, 23...
that oddly glowing
23...
violet flame clock.
Agnian colonies.
A colony
How
that
many...
doesn't fight.
How many,
Never knew that was even a
consoles
thing.
are there? If they go up to Z, in theory,
Why is
that's
restored
only
it now?
26, right?
Colony Omega, I mean.
Hey, Zero.
You know this from M?
This is interesting.
Senna, anything to add?
I don't really know much about it. The accident happened pretty soon after we were moved.
I see.
Omega's existence, the tests, it was all why. That's just the Mobius he is.
Do share.
Mimi, remember? Didn't we see the same color?
Omega? Yeah,
Echo
no,
and
it's
Camaravi's
throwing me off
paralysis?
too, McGroove.
I could be wrong.
No, you're spot on. Good call,
Omega.
Senna. I didn't
The
think of
emphasis
that
is
at
on the
all.
wrong syllable.
Really?
Ethel and Camaravi had their lives taken. And in that accident, so were the whole colonies. Most likely, Y was running experiments that could potentially prove fatal to her soldiers.
And now
But
that
why
the
would he
colony's
have been
back,
independent?
you're thinking Miyabi's still in there.
Yeah. That's why I have to go. To end this, he's toys with our lives as he pleases for long enough.
Exactly. I'm with you. Let me go too.
We're all going, I thought.
No, I'd never shave my head.
Right?
Granted,
Yeah.
my hair's really long right now,
Obviously.
and I really need a haircut, but
Let's go, Mio. To Colony Omega.
Everyone, thank you.
I don't know how to
This
respond.
time, I'll do the saving.
Okay, so let's go and see what the deal is with Colony Omega. He still has a purple flame clock.
The brilliance doth please. For ceaseless eons, we Mobius have abidden apace with this world. Yet with drawn-out abiding, many lost sight of the pith thereof, dissipating slowly, as doth the world.
This guy speaks stupidly. Was he experimenting with annihilation?
The brilliance of life is exigent, more dazzling than now.
I don't like this guy. He's
If
creepy.
we wish to save the world.
Why is Miyabi just standing there? Does she have no emotions, no thoughts? Is she like brainwashed or something? I am confusion. Oh,
The new colony Omega is somewhere around here, right?
I
Yeah,
don't need to fight
it
one
should
of
come into
those.
view any minute now.
But I guess I might as well.
I can keep them occupied. I'll draw them.
Nice break. And nice topple. Take the buff. And give that to everybody. Did that just a little bit too soon. Throwing out buffs. Pass it on. I get 2 random buffs to the whole party? Jeez! This is kind of a stacked healer class. It's like, how many buffs can I give? Feels like a lot. Where are we attacking? This guy, right? Yeah. Throw out some more buffs. Let it rip. We can't be touched right now. easy.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit
Okay,
meatier.
Lance is kind of sick as our overkill healer, buff healer, whatever you want to call. I don't know what that role would be called in other titles. Where is this ether channel? It's somewhere over here. There it is.
Give me some of that sweet ether.
Yeah, we need more of these. We're actually kind of running low at the moment. We have like 7. So there's got to be a Pharaonis out here somewhere, right? Or at least the remnants of one. And we're gonna need a ton of ether cylinders for it. Because the last one was what, like 30, right?
No way. It really is Colony Omega.
Miyabi.
I don't suppose they'll let us past.
There's only one way to Omega.
Okay, that's a lot of ads. Why are there so many of them? Oh, Lance down. They need to Ouroboros real quick, and they're still too slow. Why do they keep dying immediately? That's, I mean, they helped their way through, so, like, we're fine, but... Can't touch us. Glory. Yeah, he's down. Do we absolutely destroy this kid with a, like a chain attack or Ouroboros? That would be funny. There we go. That wasn't hard. But my healers were kind of struggling.
Wait a sec.
They're a mixed unit. But that's just not possible.
Possible or not, it's what we've got to deal with right now. We'll just have to adapt.
Unusual. They might be stretched thin.
Huh?
If it's like Neo said, and they've been running an experiment out of Omega...
These soldiers are evidently one of the results.
Kevis and Agnes. What kind of experiment could involve both of them?
I don't know. But I do know the answer lies ahead.
Let's find out.
I suggest we
Let's
take a
aim
break.
for the flame clock. We're sure to learn something there.
There's a camp here? I mean, like, sure.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
Sure, I guess. We clean our clothes.
Much better.
Thanks.
Ugh. Let's be off.
They're so weak. I'm like 6 levels above you guys. I'll wipe the floor
Is
with
this
you.
like a rare thing?
Behemoth. Also. Interesting. Can you just run around? They're not even fighting me. Whoa.
How surprising, an ambush.
We better give him a proper welcome.
Okay, another 8. Let's go. We gotta tackle them one at a time. Otherwise, they'll never go down. Oh, that's a sick art for this. AoEs. Hit them all. Hit them all. Cleaning up. Let's get out of here. I maybe could have fit in one more attack.
Let's do this.
Easy. Light work. Oh my god, Uni's popping off. What? He's a What?
Hacked.
How are they here?
Reborn?
No, if that was the case, wouldn't they be way
Yeah,
younger?
what?
Mwamba looks like he did this term.
Wamba! It's me! Lance! You know me! Stop it! Wamba!
They're clearly Kamaravi? How are What is happening here? I'm so confused.
And now Kamaravi. What's going on?
They can't be the real them, is it? Are they just like the mud soldiers like what's his face made?
This melody.
That's gotta be Miyabi.
Miyabi!
It's Miyabi?
Why?
So that's why.
Yeah, big dude.
Miyabi! It's me, Senna, your friend! We came to save you! You don't have to fight for him anymore! So stop and come along with us!
Save thy breath.
Stop your
The
pompous talk.
revenants neither remember nor feel. Only the instinct to fight tooth and nail for survival. Normally, they would undergo basic conditioning in a cradle prior to being awoken. As you all once
Interesting.
did.
He's got the scuffiness
They would fight for 10
that
years
what's his face does.
before returning to Her Majesty.
What a piece of work.
These younglings, they live for the sole purpose of battle. They are just as you are.
You're full of it. Our memories and feelings, they define us. They dictate who we are. When you take all of that away,
'Tis a phantasm. Fundamentally, memories and feelings are but tacked on extras, an afterthought.
Tacked on? Cut the crap.
What about him?
Oh, they are as sheep. You are simply deceiving yourselves, wishing to divine some meaning from something that is devoid of it.
why are you doing this? What's your goal?
Merely the betterment of life for Mobius.
What?
For such is Zed's humble desire.
Zed!
It is Zed who wove the fabric of this world.
I call
Consequently,
lies.
We who are his avatars enjoy powers beyond mortal ken.
Mobius are Zed's avatars.
The gift I was imparted is the creation of flame clocks.
So he's the one
Must
who
I
makes
say
them.
more? I hold the life of every soldier in the very palm of my hand.
So you're telling me if we take down this guy,
Indeed, the flame
no more
clocks.
flame clocks.
They are part of my very being. Ethel and Kamaravi's flame clocks. Those were some of my finest work. Did they not thrill you? The ebb and flow of their lives. Then did it strike me. Like unto a flame, human life also doth glow and glimmer brightest just afore it is quenched. And hence, there can be no greater nourishment. Indeed, this flame clock is therefore my proudest creation. The final year, when life is at its most dazzling. A clock that gives rise to a sublime instant. 'Tis a flame clock most radiant.
What?
Final year. So that's it. Muamba and Kamaravi, you brought them back close to their homecoming.
Why? This is all kinds of screwed up. I've never met anyone I wanted to punch
But
more.
we saw him.
Yeah. Even for Mobius, he takes the biscuit.
What is the matter? Proceed with the killing. Let your function be fulfilled and kill. And I shall raise you up as many times as needed.
No
with my
shot.
flame clock ablaze.
He's mad.
Absolute
Come.
lunacy.
Come! Let mine eyes feast upon the brilliance of your lives! Here, anon!
Let's dance.
Must.
Let me do it.
Here we go. Must defeat enemies. Meander.
Die.
Listen to me.
I'm the one you want. I'll show ya.
No escape.
I'm the one you want.
You didn't disappoint.
How are you here? One. Right, yeah. Get them up. One down. Get some buffs out. Yo, what's up? Don't heal now. I'll wait for their thingamajig stand. Ouroboros. I guess let's do it. We'll end him. Boom. D-camera. We got him.
Not suffice.
Whew. Not bad.
Oh, Muamba, when did you get so strong?
Kamaravi too. The last time
Called
we
from
fought,
the dead.
he was in a Pharaonis. But he seems to be even more driven this time round. Sparks! Is this their fight or flight instinct?
Poor Miyabi. They're strong, all right. But that's all they are.
Huh?
There's no soul.
The melody Miyabi used to play, it wasn't like this. There's no way it was ever this sad.
So then,
Yeah. They're hollow. There's no will behind their actions. It's not our old
Means
friends that we're fighting here. It's something else.
they're
An
husks.
astute observation, yes. It is so. Owing to the basic conditioning being lacking, their psyches are rather unstable. The melody you hear serves to prop them up. An Ofseer conveys peace to their cohorts. They enable them to realize dreams. That is what I focused my efforts on, and iterated.
That's wrong! You can't use the Offseers!
Au contraire, au contraire.
He's like, watch me, I'm
Behold
doing it
for
right
thyself.
now.
The mental instability is assuaged, and their movements adhere to the base specifications. Certainly, there is no will behind it, but will is an undesired side effect.
Evil! You can't do this! Not to me, Abby! Not to our off-seeing rights! How dare you use them to your own ends?
That's a good tune. A Chris original?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Maybe I'll pinch it as well.
You've got your own tunes, Noah. Those are just as good. Wonderful, I'd say.
Really? I only tweaked a few notes in a score from my previous colony.
It's not the notes that matter. It's the feelings you imbue them with.
Feelings?
That's music for you.
Raw emotion. It resonates.
Mio! It's feelings!
Feelings?
It's the Offseer melody we've been playing. We just need to play it again now. She's an Offseer too. I know for sure it'll reach her.
Of course, yeah. Our melody. Just like always.
Yeah.
Understood. I'm taking the lead. You follow.
Let's do it.
Noah, Mio, what are you...
Wow. Good thinking, you two.
Huh?
I'm saying this might actually work. Come on, guys. Defend. Lance. Senna.
All right.
Sure thing.
Are we having like a flute off here? Woo! Lance with the save. Ooh! It's breaking through. They're losing it.
Huh? What in the...
Miyabi? Hear me? It's me. Mio. Remember? That day, when you first explained to me the purpose of an Offseer. Softly. That fateful day, when the lights of life danced into the sky. So high. Ever since that day, I've done my best to play that melody you trusted me with. Miyabi, you gave me newfound life back then. Now, let it be my turn. Mio. Help me. Just wait, Miyabi. I'll be with you soon.
What is the sword doing?
No, Mio.
Mio.
Huh? How can this be? Their memories, their minds ought to have all been scoured clean!
Why? An Offseer's melody. It's more than a sequence of notes. It is shaped by feelings. Those of the player and of the ones being played for. All I did was shape the feeling Miyabi passed to me. And play my heart out.
Inconceivable. You were able to override Zed's precepts? No Ouroboros should command that sort of power! The Sword of the End. That's what's behind this reprehensible act. Well then.
The Sword of
shall
the
just
End,
have to
they call
ascertain
it.
the matter.
Not the Sword of Origin.
Oh, Spark! He's coming!
Now he steps in.
He's even chunkier
Oh my
than
god,
that
it's
Tay guy.
huge.
That is a lot of junk.
Noah! Mia! Come on!
Yeah, take him down. Then we can free the colony.
Since you both are no longer bound by the flame box, my Mobius power certainly holds no sway over you. Ergo, at this late hour, I will bring my mind, spirit, and flesh to bear, and batter you all into oblivion.
Just try it. Just try it. Let's dance. Whoa, he's got like a siren ring.
You took Miyabi's life. You made her fight for you. You get exactly what you deserve.
Cast a heal out. Or sorry, that was a defense.
You won't get away.
Break. Nope, no break. Someone want to topple him? How about a launch? No launch. Unfortunate. Oh wait, I have a launch art. I didn't even notice that. Can't touch me. Bounce right back at you. Oh, we're kind of getting kicked here. Get over here. Wow, this guy's a ton of health. Quick moves. We're still only at like a quarter of his health down. It's gonna be a long fight, isn't it? Ow. Oh, I thought I was blocking him. Ow. Get me up, get me up, get me up, get me up, get me up. I'm getting that circle. He has so much HP. But if this guy really did make the flame blocks, then we need him dead. So I want to go in for a break. Still don't have. Carve into him. Oh, I got it. Big hit. It's about to enrage. Resisted the break. Stand right here. Come on, get over here. Heals out. Buffs to the party. Hold this. They're both Ouroboros right now. Not yet. Wait for it. Oh, we don't need heals at all. Big hits. Absolutely laying into this clown. Come on. Some buffs out. Cast out buffs. Let's do this. Let's kill this clown. He's got a lot of health, but we're going for it. Here we go. That looks like a side hit. It was not. But at least it resisted. Oh, Neo's almost dead. Let's get some heals out. And let's have... No, it's aggro. Woo! Let you get our healer back, right? got Uni back. That's big.
Leave it to Uni.
Everyone's TP up by 8. Side break? Resisted. I'll take anything you can give me. Big heals. That shouldn't consume an order. It's Tyon back.
Hit the way you least expect.
I've got an idea.
So if I do Noah. Yeah. Then I can do either Tyon, or sorry, I can do either Uni or Mio to bring it home.
I'll start us off.
Tyon, do it again.
Let's bring it home.
This guy has so much health. I'm like tearing into him, and he's like fine.
I might have the answer. Great.
I want their
Everyone get ready. Allow me.
Tyon.
I'm with you.
Bravo.
Oh, we're not done yet. No escape.
I don't think an Ouroboros order is going to be enough here, guys.
Put out on the stops. All right.
Let's see here. Oh, we finally got it. Topples. Fine. Heal on hit, I guess.
You're in for it now.
Lance, whatever you can give me. But I think I want to do the topple. I think I'll get more out of this. Yeah, I'm going for it. I'll take the amazing. I don't know if this will kill. We need to do a lot of damage here. No, this ain't gonna kill. It's so close. It's so close, but it's not enough. Actually do that much damage. Just have a lot of health. It's really unfortunate. We almost got our chain attack gauge half up. If I did, yeah, I should have done 2, but oh well. I'll take what I got.
Noah, it's time. Quick, set them all free!
Cut the flame clock, now!
We did it!
A creditable effort, Ouroboros. Reviving their memories is no small feat. And how scintillating a display. Now, take that brilliance in hand, and spread it wide, and in so doing, illuminate the world therewith. I shall be watching, eagerly.
He got away.
He just ran? You're kidding. What a clown. But they're alive. That's the important thing, I think. Yes, they're alive.
Miyabi.
Miyabi.
I've been listening all along. The melody you've been playing every day since then.
Yeah. Miyabi, thanks to you. I sent on so many voices to so many others. And I'm not done yet. I'll keep going.
It was a gorgeous melody. Yours. And
Noah. Nice to meet you, I guess. Though I already feel like I know you.
Noah, huh? Yours was very beautiful. Just like Mio's.
I owe it to this.
Our flute.
No, you hold on to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll wash it. It'll be as good as new.
Dummy, that's not what she was trying to say at all.
Wait, why am I...
Right?
From me to Mio. And from her to you. The feeling is passed on. Until you can make your voice truly heard. Please, keep it with you. Yeah?
I will. If that's how you feel, I'll be more than happy to keep using it.
Take care then.
She's just like,
Mio?
okay, bye.
Huh?
You've become the greatest Offseer I've ever seen.
Oh, there's still room to grow. But at least I found my stride. Since I'm not alone.
Could I, come with you?
Hero?
Of course. You're back, Miyabi.
We really missed you.
Thank you. Mio. Senna.
I just noticed Senna has her nails done. So this was like a secret colony, right? It just like didn't exist, I guess? Like officially?
I can't believe this is really happening.
We got Miyabi! Inherited by Mio.
ship. We got new folks on the map.
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we back up here and talk to some folks real quick before we go? Because what's left of this Ferranis is probably not much of value to anybody.
Ah! I thought we injured him.
You clowns! We're not here to attack him.
You can stop resisting now. Victory is already decided. Surrender quietly.
Enough. You will find. I don't do as my foes bid me.
The enemies you seek
Huh?
are no more.
It's you.
Your senses return suddenly. You must be feeling confused. If we startled you, we're sorry. Everyone, please put away your weapons.
Mimi.
Man, everyone's just
It's
casually
okay.
carrying a rifle like
It's
that.
Kamaravi. He wouldn't attack a defenseless opponent.
What makes you so sure?
I don't believe it's consistent with the warrior's way you follow.
You've got some guts.
And he just sits. Okay.
You must want something of me. I'll hear you out.
I'll start from the end. We want you to come to the city with us.
City? Which colony is that?
Is it a colony? How to explain?
It's a special place. Safer than where we are at present. Of course, we don't intend to hold you against your will or force you into anything.
And what has it to do with me? What do you seek to gain from this?
An ally.
We want you to live true to yourself.
True to? Explain.
Someone once showed us it was possible to live life as we wanted to. We want to pass it on and let you be free.
Free?
Are you okay?
It's
looked
nothing.
painful.
Just a little twinge.
Could it be Miyabi's lingering influence?
No. This is innate. I can't see through it, but it's fine.
I recognize his voice from somewhere.
Remember the fight with P&O?
It could be from that. That pain was the price. What Kamaravi paid for freedom. Or maybe still does.
About what you asked of me before. I have one condition. Promise me that they will receive the same treatment as I.
That was our intent from the start. You needn't worry on that count.
I thank you. Whatever the circumstance we find ourselves in, the crucial
So
question
Mwamba
is
lives.
always, how do we live? They will realize it too, before long.
The only person we've lost so far, then, is Vandam. Or Guernica, I guess. Guernica Vandam.
I wish to find the path I should tread, to discover my warrior's way. For now, we are traveling companions, headed for this place you call the city.
Thank you. You will be welcome there.
By the by, Kamaravi, how are you with heights?
In what sense?
I thought you might be startled, so I wanted to give you a heads up.
You'll understand when you see it. We'll let you know once we're ready to go.
Understood. I await eagerly.
Okay. Kamaravi quest?
The radiant flame clock.
Isn't it funny? Our being together here like this is partly thanks to this thing.
Wamba.
We got new folks on the map.
Hey Jay, how you doing? Okay, so now that yes, you did get a gift sub a couple of nights ago. I was playing late and Ukami Queen came through. They said that if I were to finish the end of the chapter in that session, they would do the gift, and it ended up being 5 subs. So you can thank them for that one. It looks like Smooth Groove gifted them one back as a thank you. So I guess what goes around comes around. Thank you. No need to congratulate me. It's more a case of thanking everyone else for supporting. I'm just happy to hang out and play games with you all. I'm never really looking for, you know, so we just taking a quick trip back to the city for Honest, I guess. See what Kamaravi has to say about it. This is a really long cutscene that doesn't need to be. Like, I get it. It looks a lot better.
I am a leaf on the surface of a lake. I am a stone warming in the sun. I am the clouds on a windless day. I am the reed that bends but does not break.
You can relax. We've landed now.
Guess he didn't like heights after all.
Kamaravi does not like heights.
Funny,
That's
considering how gung-ho he was riding around in his Feronis.
Yeah, okay, but I don't think we should talk about the past in front of him. He's just been born, and in a 10th term body. I'm sure he just wants to focus on the here and now.
So they were born again.
What are you smirking at?
Oh, just... You're a genuine good egg, Uni.
Huh? Where did that come from?
Hey there. Hey, Travis.
Man, am I glad to see you guys. Something terrible's happened. You won't believe it. Oh, but no word of it to the boss lady, yeah? My salary's on the line here.
That's a corker of a preamble, mate. You gonna actually tell us what's going on?
Somebody opened one of the cradles.
Oh!
You think it was an intruder?
I don't know, but there weren't any obvious signs of it. The soldier inside has gone missing as well. Someone you knew, I gather. It's, oh, come on, it's on the tip of my tongue. You know, what's her name?
Oh my
with the
god!
silver hair.
Do we get her back?
No way.
Do we get her back?
Ethel.
But wait, she...
That's it, Ethel.
Wait,
Oh, why is all
she
this
was
happening
in
on
a
my
fresh
watch?
term body.
Oh, never mind.
How is this
Now's not the
gonna
time
work?
for reflection.
If such is the situation, I shall assist as well. Where shall we look?
What the
What?
heck?
We were just surprised that you were so, concerned.
Senna, that was a terrible...
I am also recently of a cradle born. It may be some kind of fate at work. This soldier named Ethel, she may also find herself at a loss.
So he didn't actually remember.
And also, you, good sir.
Huh? Me?
You must be frightfully exhausted. Do not push yourself, please.
Kamaravi's a good
Hey,
dude.
watch it, fella. I know I'm no spring chicken, but there's no need to rub it in.
Sorry, mate, he's just been born. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean anything bad by it.
So wait,
Anyway,
does this
moving
mean that
along.
if he was born in a 10th term
Movement
body,
in and
does
out
he
of the city
age to
is strictly
20?
regulated.
Or,
So if there weren't any
I guess
incidents
30
reported
probably?
so far,
Because it looks like they go from 10
both
to,
the
10
perp
to 20
and
then
Ethel must still be somewhere
would this be 20
inside.
to 30?
Yeah, you're right. Let's first search for clues in the module warehouse.
Interesting.
Good luck to
Interesting.
you,
Very interesting.
whippersnappers. In the meantime, we'll take custody of the friends you contacted us about.
They're called Mwamba and Hacked. What's gonna happen to them?
They're not quite back to themselves yet, right? We'll give them a checkup, make sure they're all there. And after that, well, keep them under observation, I suppose. Either way, you can leave them with us.
We leave them in your able hands, then.
Yeah, sure thing. They'll be safe as houses. I'll be in the war room. Keep me abreast of any developments.
Okay, cool. We got Kamaravi now.
High places sap my resolve.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, it sort of makes sense.
Some relationships changed.
Do I have to talk to you for something? Oh, the novel quest. That's right.
The selection's making me go cross-eyed.
Yada, 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 yada. Okay. I figure if I'm running by, I might as well.
Some relationships changed.
Where do you want me to go? Somewhere up here? It's the other part of the discontent. Yeah, so now we can talk about that.
This sounds pretty serious.
So not all of these give me extra affinity points, it looks like. Interesting. So even though I've talked to most of these people previously, I don't get anything more.
Some relationships changed.
But I do get some bonuses, it seems. Oh my god, they woke up Ethel.
Well, it really is empty.
It's definitely Ethel's module. But why would anyone want her?
If we want to know that, we just got to catch them. And what do you know? They left us a clue. Nice of them.
There's footprints all over the place.
They look small.
They seem to be in a rush.
They're not Ethel's, are they? But then whose?
We only have to follow them to find out. They can't have gone too far. Let's get going.
Walking around with dirty feet. Ugh, disgraceful.
I think
Kamarafi.
that's probably the least of their issues.
Why do they run back and forth like this? Just go in a straight line. Take the ladder up. Yep. Oh, this is the really tall ladder that we explored previously, right? Ooh, hope you like heights. Started playing Multiverses. Yeah, it seems like everyone's kind of responding very positively to it. I know very little about it because I don't play a lot by way of platform fighters, but it seems like in general people are really liking Multiverses. I heard the devs are doing a good job in terms of like player base support. Ah, my ear just started ringing. Ah, I don't know why that happened. Someone's slithering about. This is the least efficient way you could have. It was an up-on. That's what I thought.
What could Bibi do now?
Excuse me?
Remember? Bibi, sorry. Sorry, so sorry.
We haven't even said anything yet.
Bibi know without saying. Friends come looking for naughty boy Bibi. Bibi never meant to do any harm. Bibi just want to enjoy a game of ultimate hide and seek.
Hide and seek? What is that?
It's ultimate pastime of daringly go and hide where not allowed to go.
Daringly? Defying a prohibition?
Kibibi, please asking to not make scary face.
So why did you open the cradle then?
When get on panel, it opened by self.
Ah, he didn't mean to do it.
And when it opened, girl, wake up. Kibibi, really, truly sorry.
So you're a klutz.
We get it now, so wipe your tears. Look, you're getting your tummy wet. And what happened afterwards? Did you go somewhere with the awoken soldier?
Kibibi gets scared and flee from scene of hide, but can tell Morley or Leslie where she go. Kibibi think it direction of Centrillo Parade.
Okay. So you have to go find Ethel.
I am the morning mist in a pine grove. I am Mithrice, growing across seasons.
Eh? Friend okay?
He doesn't like heights.
Don't mind him. He's just, trying to maintain his cool.
I updated Travis on the situation. He says he's coming to collect QBB.
Is QBB in serious troubles?
I don't expect him to be too severe, but you will need to do some repenting.
Let's leave QBB in Travis's hands and go track down Ethel. She looks quite distinctive. Someone on Centrillo Parade should have noticed her.
You are right. Yes, let us go.
Okay.
We got new folks on the map.
Can I just, like, skip down there? That would be great.
Oh, we've seen everything. Sweet.
That'd be really nice if I could just fast travel to it. Thank you.
I'm still a little unsteady.
Take it easy. I'll look out for the, risky spots.
Ethel!
Oh my god, there she is! Good catch, Kamaravi.
I barely caught you in time. You're not hurt.
She's way smaller.
I think I know you.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I just can't see. Anyway.
Kamaravi. You're smoldering Kamaravi.
How does she remember him?
Ethel, you recognize him?
I have to go somewhere? I have to. But why?
How
Take it
could she
easy.
possibly remember
Let's
this?
take our time, yeah? We'll help you look. No problem.
I also still haven't gotten a question on, like, if these
Now
people are
comes
really
the
blades or
tricky
not.
part.
If just is all of Agnes just blades?
What do we do from here?
What can we do except foster her in the city? A first termer won't be any use in a fight.
Do you find that acceptable?
I don't know.
I have a proposal. Would you leave her with me for a while?
Wait, you're saying you want to look after Ethel?
Just until she settles on her own path. I want her to have that freedom. I don't know why, but I feel it strongly.
For now, let's see what Travis thinks. As the city's concerned too, we shouldn't decide alone.
Travis, I fear we will wear him out again.
It's not fatigue that guy struggles with. You know what? Forget it.
Reminds you of Monkey King.
Maybe just don't say that to him, yeah? He's kind of touchy about it.
I don't understand that. Like,
I understand.
what is? How does
mind my
Ethel
ways
have
around him.
any memory after she came back?
We got
Well,
new
this
folks on the
certainly
map.
took an unexpected turn.
She was done dead,
We can't allow the lost to founder.
like kaput.
Allow me to take charge.
But do we get her back? And if so, is she like Sun Wukong? Ah, I see. But like, do we get her back as a hero? Because that would be cool. I would want Ethel back. We haven't had her since, what was it, chapter 4? No, chapter like 2 or 3. It was early.
we just hang about.
Also, like, dude, your hair is literally on fire. Is this just like, did Bridgen's like fire hair like just spread throughout Agnes? Because Senna has it too.
Ah, well, I guess I mostly understand. Are you sure you can handle child rearing?
Child rearing? What is that?
In a nutshell, I'm asking if you're capable of taking responsibility for the proper upbringing of this little princess.
I'm not princess. My name is Ethel.
Too precious.
If you would consent to it, I will serve for the good of the city. I'm sure I have my blind spots, but I always complete the duties assigned to me.
I'll help too.
But you cannot fight.
I can be your eyes, though. I can see that which you cannot. No?
By the flames. Spirited, isn't she?
Oh yeah, too spirited, I'd say. Look, let me bend your ear a little.
You don't think it's going to work?
It's not really my position to think anything.
Right. Well, I'll try talking to Monica then.
Oh, okay, fine. I get it. Let's do this. I'll take care of Ethel, and instead we'll have Kamaravi help out on the combat side. That'll be perfect, don't you think? Hey? Hey? You're that scared
Dude's
of
like,
Monica? Oh, I'm scared, all right. But I'm not just trying to cover it up from sheer terror, okay? It's just that woman takes on way more than she should. I bet she doesn't know how to take it easy. So I figured, you know, I'd lighten her load by doing this much at least.
Your warrior's way is unimpeachable, sir. I will never forget your kindness. Be sure, the debt will be repaid.
Oh yeah? Well, make it 100-fold then.
Don't get greedy, Trav.
Oh, we're doing nicknames now. How about we start with Lieutenant Travis and go from there, eh?
Ethel's like, nah.
I am deeply indebted to you all as well.
Trav, it is.
Don't sweat it.
No, this is truly a grave debt. Especially Tyon. You said I should live true to myself. I haven't discovered exactly what that means yet, but now I understand what you meant at least. And am grateful to you for setting me on the right path. You were the source of the spark that set my flame alight. Thank you.
Uni's like,
he's
good
talking
job,
to
Chief.
you.
I know. I just never in my life thought I would be on the receiving end of this kind of speech. The future. Really, it is a foreign country.
Huh. I suppose it is.
I'm sure in time you and Ethel will find it. The right path, the right code to live by.
Yes. Until such time, I, Kamaravi, remain ready to do battle for the city. And for you as well.
Cheers, Kamaravi.
Don't worry, I have a close eye on Ethel.
Cool. So that's another class for Tyon. Interesting. So Kamaravi is all about risk reward. Very interesting.
Some
there's like two
relationships
quests right
changed.
here.
Some relationships changed.
Technically, I have to still do Monica's quest as
Monica,
well.
can we talk?
What's up? Sounds ominous.
We were hoping we could ask you about someone. Guernica, in fact.
About Dad?
Everyone in the city speaks so highly of him. But we still don't know a whole lot about him. I think we owe him that much.
All right. Where'd you want to start?
You were brought up by him, right? So, we thought you'd probably understand him better than anyone else.
Ha! I wish that were the case. The Guernica Vandam that I knew was a man that I always looked up to. He was always busy keeping the city together or fighting out on the front line. Always distant. After I chose a military life, he didn't even talk to me like a parent anymore.
You mean... you weren't on very good terms?
I got to know the man, I think. But not the father. I just thought that we'd have more time together.
Huh. Hey, boss. You're making the kids feel guilty.
Sorry. I don't blame you guys for any of this. Dad, Guernica, died in the line of duty, trying to accomplish his aim. But that's not all. He died fighting for what he believed in, and he saw it through. Of that much, I'm sure.
For what he believed in.
Well, about that, there still might be a bit of unfinished business there. He sure was adamant about getting stuff home to people.
Yeah, for certain.
Sorry, what do you mean exactly?
Personal effects from the deceased. Things that family and friends can remember them by.
Heirlooms.
We don't leave any other mark behind that says, we were here, you see? If there are people waiting for you, then you just want to leave something behind, whatever it may be. I was in the rear guard. I know just how dangerous that battlefield was. Maybe it's better not to dwell on that.
But there are personal items that have been left behind though, right?
Huh?
Maybe you'd let us do something to help out with that. It must be really painful for the people who never got the chance for closure.
Yeah, right. I'm starting to get a handle on how they see things in the city. Sort of. But if there's something we can do about it, I want to try to help.
I appreciate the sentiment, guys. But why go to all this trouble?
Well, we'll get some closure from doing this too. We were losing friends every day.
And before we became Ouroboros, some of us used to be Offseers. Guernica went to all that trouble for others. And when it happened, he was thinking of everyone waiting for him in the city. So I'd like to help his voice find its way.
Much appreciated. Speaking personally, good on you.
Travis, could you pull up the tactical register?
Roger that. Give me a moment. There's the data. We've got a list of deceased soldiers and the likely locations where they fell. Could you check out the waypoints around Alfeto Valley?
That's some impressive precision.
Kind of you to notice. See, that's the thing about us lost numbers. We just don't know when to quit.
Okay, guys. It's up to you now. When you're done, could you meet me at the Remembrance Stones?
Got it. You have my word.
Okie doke.
Some relationships
I feel like I
changed.
should probably do this first. Use that one too. Let's do this real quick, because I feel like we could bang this out pretty quickly. It was in the Etia region, and it was over there. Why can't I skip travel to that grave? That's interesting. Noah's head is totally clipping inside the
Some relationships changed.
This was a nice find.
Level Oh, okay. I feel like I'm high enough level that you guys just aren't gonna aggro on me.
Shall we deal with it?
Oh, they do.
More enemies! I'll keep them occupied!
I'm gonna go over here.
More enemies!
Oh.
I'll keep them occupied!
Okay, now they want to fight.
Guys, get ready to fight!
Shut up! Go away. Got it. Don't mind me. I'm just sneaking by here. Figure I might as well grab some collectibles while I'm here. Whoa, that's a big drop off. Okay, so that's all I need here. So I can go back to the city. Stones. And here we are. Harala. Harala. Hamamanana. I do appreciate that the hero quests are voiced, because, dear God, this would be a lot of text boxes.
We've brought their belongings. Thanks. Means a lot. Can you lay
I wish
them
the
out
main
here?
story relied less on them, because it seems that they're doing that more this time around. But even still, the cutscenes we do have are incredible. The fight
Now you mention
choreography
it,
is
didn't Monica
absolutely
put an eye
fantastic
patch
this time.
here? Yeah, that was Guernica's.
What does it mean exactly? Placing people's belongings here?
How can I explain it? You guys have off-seeing, right? I guess this is our version of that.
Off-seeing for city folk.
Remember the Fallen.
You got here first.
Boss, we were waiting for you.
Brother, you.
Zuo. You made it back.
Hiwa, you always kept such good care of this. Now look at it. I just wish that we could have talked more. But you're home now.
Thanks to you, these people got a chance to say farewell to their loved ones. And I got to fulfill Dad's dying wish. Thank you.
Glad to be of service. Wow. They were there.
The moats.
Sparkles fly!
You're finally home.
Oh my God.
Hiwa.
people. They weren't just sacrifices. They've entrusted us all with the future. As the Founders did. Looking back is not an option.
So what's going on? Well, right now we're just doing some side questing, and they're like not side quests, but they're like one cut above that,
So that was
but a
an
cut
off-scene.
below a story quest.
The sound of that music, it's really something else.
By doing these,
I
they
don't
call
think
them
anyone
hero
here will
quests, we
forget
get
this day,
X
as long
bonus
as they
characters that
live.
can join our party, like how Ethel was.
The Fallen never got to win their
Like
battles.
we just got
But
Kamarabi,
maybe
and
now
it looks like this one's for
they can
Monica.
get some rest.
Yeah, finally.
By having them join us, we get to inherit their classes and stuff and their abilities.
Speaking of,
Adds more customization.
you
to
ought
the
to
game.
get some rest too. You're going to be pretty busy from now on.
You said it, boss. Wait, just how busy are we talking here?
From now on, I'll be traveling with Noah's crew.
Yeah, we got Monica.
But then who's gonna handle things in the city?
Cool.
You'll be here, won't you, Travis?
Like father, like daughter, eh?
Dad spent his life on the front line, and I want to carry on that tradition. I understood that when I heard the Officers play. It has to be me. I have to carry on his legacy, fulfill his hopes. I'll fight for you now. Call on me anytime you need my help.
Thank you. That's truly heartening.
Who inherits her class? And what does she do?
I hope we'll get to know each other outside of battle too. There's so much I'd like to ask you. About yourself, the city.
No worries.
A word of
It's
warning,
sounding
guys.
like a Mio.
The boss's stories are long.
If you've got time to rip on the boss, I might just assign you some more duties, Travis.
Oh,
Well, at least I won't have to worry about the city while I'm gone. Just holler if you need me.
We'll take you up on that.
Cool.
The battle for the future is here.
What is her
And we're on the
class?
front line.
A lost vanguard. Cool. It's like a mega sword and shield kind of thing. A uni class. Okay. Really? That's 2 tanks that Uni's gotten. Interesting. By deploying field, specializing in countering enemy attacks, can deal damage
Hold
while
on a
guarding. Cool. There is a regular side quest over here that we need to check in on. I'm just gonna jump. You, what do you want? You're the writer. Yep, okay. So he just pulled up absolutely nothing and wrote a book on it. Cool. Speed reading. Oh, he did it because he had writer's block, okay. What?
Which was it again?
Okay, so that's a side quest of exploring stuff. Someone's playing really badly. How big is our affinity chart getting now? Very large. Oh, there's Guernica. Dang, we have a lot of people here. Ethel's not dead! We found her! There's Lizard. Where are they going? Relationships? Oh, and I can view specific people's cards.
Great! It's done! Great! It's done!
Rhea has stuff. Okay. Cool. There are some big dead spots in here, so I'm assuming that there's more colonies that we have yet to find.
Some relationships changed.
Okay, what other quests do we have here that need doing? There is this one for Uni. That's chapter 6. I don't necessarily want to jump on that quite yet. Look at all these quests. Let me do Uni's. Do I want to do Uni's side story right now? Not really. I kind of want to do more regular story. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's actually pivot. We're gonna do our main.
How about here instead?
Yeah. Let's do some actual main line. I'm gonna change out. I don't really want Monica right now.
I love being with you guys.
These are all the heroes that I have, I guess.
Riku and Banana take care of it.
Okay. And I have to go to another region. Nope, I need upper. Yeah, there's the colony that we were just at. Okay, let's go. Let's go find out what this Cloud Keep is looking like. Upper ledge. There is precisely nobody here. Because the Pharaonis is now abandoned, I guess. Because it was never a real colony to begin with, apparently.
Decent, right?
Mia, I'm glad we were able to save you.
Yes. Thanks so much,
down
everyone.
here?
Next stop, the Cloud Keep.
Some level 60 folks. So this is a little beyond my pay grade at the moment. Some of these enemies, though, like they're fine. I want to explore down here a little bit because we got that fast travel point, so it's okay. We can backtrack real quickly.
This is something decent,
I
right?
got to send them off.
Pass them along. Ah, big stretch. That felt nice. Sal is absolutely knocked out on the ground over here.
Whoa, visitor.
Huh. Do I go in the cave or down the hill? I don't really want to do either.
Hey, this one.
I don't feel like fighting any of these stupid bugs. So I'm just gonna run and see if there's anything down here that is worth my time. Oh! I'm choking. I'm choking, and I'm dying. Ha! Whoops. Let's get out of here.
More enemies! I'll keep them occupied!
That's fine. They're just normal enemies. Let's just go. Fossils. Wow, what a view! Look at this! Holy cow! Wow! Look, there's the ocean over there. The Connoisseur. Shoulder of the Bionis. Uriah.
Gotta keep nice and limber.
Remnants of Bionis leg and Gormott. Wow. Beautiful. Ooh, this is a big drop.
Guess we'll clamber up here. Oh.
I want to see what's just over here. Bunch of level 50 something stuff.
No one not wanting to send off?
Crap! Oh, we got the stupid bug. Fine. Oh, it's a bug, but not that chance. That's fine. Heals out.
Wow, I'm the one you want. Time to get cracked.
Lay into him.
We can do this.
Man, this buff class is kind of nuts. So it looks like it's use Oriole to get a buff and then apply it to the party with
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Resonant Flag. I think that's the way this is meant to work. No one played that. That was a technical goof. Animation goof. Wow, look at this view. Where am I going exactly?
This was a nice find.
Dilemma Rocks. That's somewhere on Bionis, if I remember correctly. That's a big looking thing. What are you? You look like a flying monkey.
That sound.
That has to be
It
unique.
shouldn't have fallen far. Let's try looking.
This place not bad. Not bad at all.
Have I been here? Wrong menu. I keep pressing B for the quest. How strong are you? Level 100! Okay, that's our first super boss.
Oops, they found us.
Oh, for the love of... Stupid enemy. I can't believe it. There's a super boss here.
I mean, it'd be a waste not to. Guys, get ready to fight.
Ugh, stupid Moramara.
No ball, kill.
Fine.
I'll call them.
Why did I do that? I don't have any buff supply. That was foolish. I can't topple him. Uh-oh, Lance is down. We're not gonna live through this, are we? Nope, we're dying. Time to run.
This can't be happening.
Sorry. You guys.
Oh my god, everything and their mom wants to attack me. I'm getting out of here. Go away! You stay away. I don't want to touch you. What are you?
What's with that one?
Perilwing Ryuo. 100, Jesus. Can I get the box? Yes.
Wonder what's inside.
Not to worry. Stick to the plan.
I want to look at the map.
I can keep them occupied.
Jeez, I'm not doing that. All these stupid enemies. I'm not fighting any of them because I'm here early. So, like, I don't want to try fighting them all and overlevel myself more than I already am.
Noah not wanting to... Riku know what Noah thinking.
Yeah, do the send-off. Alright, well, I got a landmark for here, so we don't have to stay.
I'll whack him good.
Oh, you stupid bug. Why are the bugs hostile?
Enemy reinforcements.
Ugh, get me out of here. I just wanted to explore a little bit, not fight bugs. Okay, now, as we were... Oh, do I have to climb up a little bit first to trip the map over? Yeah, there we go. We need to go up here.
Can see flow of ether.
Where, Riku? Oh, over here. Good eyes.
Senna,
This
maybe we
place
could all
full
look
of
closer
ether.
to you.
Take the cylinders. We can use those to make some gems. Good. Jeez,
Never
there's
seen
so
this
many
place
enemies over
before.
here. Granted, most of them aren't hostile, so we can probably just kind of go. There is a skirmish over here that... Oh, level 62.
I think we're about halfway to the summit.
We've just got to stick it out a little longer then.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, they are 100% just going to aggro on us. They're not fighting each other. So, let's run.
Said psst. What's up? So, you've got M's memories. Uni, why are we whispering? Roll with it. I do, yeah. Why, though? So tell me stuff. Tell you what stuff?
Stuff about the Queen and Mobius. Anything you got.
But like what exactly? Like how the two are connected? Any secrets? Or where they are?
Uni's asking
no
the
giving
real
out
questions here.
exclusives.
Lance,
We want to know this stuff too, right?
Well, I suppose. But still.
Yeah. I trust Mimi. If it was important, I'm sure she'd tell us everything.
And since she's not saying, there's a reason, right?
if it's about the Queen, you shouldn't hear it from me, but rather from Her Majesty herself, I think.
We're gonna
The
get to
Queen's
talk to
bound to know
Nia?
things that M didn't.
That'd be sick!
Oh, so that's it then? You're just gonna pass the buck?
For
well,
now.
I suppose so. Feels a bit stingy, that's all.
Hey, no grumbling. I'm in the same levelness as you, okay?
All right.
That's a
I'll
funny
yield.
idiom. Same
Might
liveness.
as well save my appetite for the main course.
Those are just dueling anludes. A campsite? Looks like it.
Time for a tea break?
I'm willing to bet we need to cook some food.
Better make sure we're well rested.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend the coins and cook it. Because I have 98 of these left. I'm gonna use them.
Leave to Manana!
This has me raring to go.
XP boosts are welcome.
Let's bounce.
Mio, are we there yet?
Not long now. Hang in there.
There's a lot of black fog up here, guys. That's concerning.
Guys, get ready to fight.
I'm ignoring this. Stupid Ansel. I'm about as strong as I need to be. That's what I want.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
What is this?
Glad I made this journey.
There's nothing special here.
That's what we had the key
Friend,
for.
sure we come to right place?
We're good. You'll see.
Put the key on the thingy. Whoa! Yeah, Noah, me too.
Is this real? That's the Cloud Keep.
Whoa.
Yeah, Lance, me too.
Fantastic bit of tech. Amazing how they kept it hidden.
Ooh, and we get the fancy stairs.
So is this where the Queen's been sleeping then?
Yes. Right at the very top.
Right. Let's move. Not far now. A few more stairs. We might finally
Drifting
discover the way
soul!
to free the
Drifting
world.
soul!
End Mobius's reign.
What kind of place is this?
Whatever it is, it's cool, and I want one. How do I get a place like this to sleep? It's
It's been one revelation after another these days, and now here we are, walking through thin air like it's totally normal.
Watch your step. It's a long way down.
I mean, we're on a pretty thick walkway, Lance. Like, just don't get blown off by the wind and you'll be just fine.
Huh? This is new. Ah, at last.
So this is the Cloud Keep. It's certainly lavish.
Looks like there's quite a bit of stuff here. Though I don't know if all of it's functional. It looks like there's a lot of decorative elements here too. That sounds like the choir from 2. Oh, this is cool!
Man, get a load of this place. Do you think the Queen's really here?
If you fall off, you're on your own.
You think we'll be able to meet the real Queen soon?
I'm feeling kind of tense.
You and me both, Tyon. Dromark!
Tyon, not getting all nervous, are you?
Oh, it's
I'm meeting Her Majesty the Queen.
imbue of
Who wouldn't
Dromark.
be nervous right now?
I wonder where he is. Oh my god, imagine he shows up
We're
with
here.
Nia. How cool would that be?
Yes.
This is awesome. Nia, you built one heck of a... I mean, this is more a palace than anything that we've seen so far. Oh my god, it's like the things from X. The life pods.
She's really pretty. It's her. That's the real Queen of Agnes.
She's sleeping and not dead, right?
Don't worry. She'll awake soon enough.
Oh, this is so... Nia! Ah!
She's up.
She's alive! No! No!
What?
Your Majesty! She's been killed!
No! You did not just kill Nia!
How delicious. I can taste your despair already.
I'm afraid you won't get your way. We worked hard to make this world ours. No way that we'll relinquish it now.
Oh, you just have give yourself a death sentence.
Yoren!
You rats! How'd you find us?
I don't get your surprise. That one's still half Mobius. You didn't seriously think we'd lose her, did you?
Or did you think you're all that just because you managed to defeat N?
Well, thanks to you, I got to end that aggravating old bat, fulfilling Zed's orders in the process.
Looks like we got played.
Yoren,
You gotta be kidding me.
seriously?
She woke up and just
Teaming up
kicked
with
the
this
bucket?
creep. You've killed her!
Wasn't that clear? You know I am Mobius.
I was reborn, and on that day, Jay surpassed you all.
That day. Right. Then tell me. Why did you do it? Trade your life for mine? You could have ignored me, got away safe.
Well, gee, I have no idea.
Let's see, there might be something in one of my memories. Maybe if I die instead of him, I'll please him? Perhaps that's what I was thinking.
One of your memories.
Since I couldn't do anything else right, you know?
Must be nice to be you, Lance. Just being yourself.
Nice to be me.
You couldn't fathom how hard it is to be useless. You'd never understand, unless you'd seen yourself in that light.
Can we just kick these fools to the curb?
How about you try interlinking with me for a lark? I bet you'll cry at the state of me. Fun fact, you know. When you become Mobius, you're treated to all the memories of your past lives. I got to see all the different me's. Although they all pretty much met the same sad end. Deadweight will always be that. I am nothing but myself.
So if you're deadweight then, you're deadweight now, you clown.
Those were all just coincidences. We know different.
That's right. We thought... No, I knew for sure that you were awesome.
Whatever. Bet you were well and truly fed up with me. Although, back on that day, I still managed to surpass you. I can still be here, feel this rush.
And now, I'm having the time of my life.
You're going down, kid. You're going down. Let's dance. Let's show you what we can do. On the ground with you. You just killed Mia. That ain't gonna fly. You better hope that I can get her back up. Otherwise, we're gonna have a real friendly conversation. Keep it together, Tyon. Tyon down. Let's do this. Kick him down! Absolutely sharpshoot him. Get out of there, get out of there. Perfect timing. Buff them all. Hold on, lads. You guys gotta take his aggro off me. Oh no, Senna's down too. This is bad. Oh no, this is really bad. Nope, we lost. Both healers went down. If you lose both healers, that's it. You're done. Because then you can't get anybody up. No, I'm okay with what I got. We're gonna rock and roll and do this again, but better. And I think my plan, I think I know exactly what I want to do. You're both getting chain attacks. want to topple. I'm ready. Get him up in the air. I want to clown on this guy. I want to absolutely and utterly clown on him. We're early in this fight, but I'm going for it. Heals all around. Big hits. Round one. Heal back. In the front. This'll finish. Big TP on Mio. We're gonna open with Uni. Lads. Is that enough to get them healing? Barely. Doesn't really matter. Oh, we almost got the Bravo. What have I done? I did a... What arts did I do? I don't know who else I did, so I'm gonna go with Uni. This'll be a Bravo. We did this way too soon. That was two big hits right there. For Boris order. We're going for this. There you heal. Let's give a buff, heal up. Mio, bring him home. Woo! Boom! Dang, we did a lot of damage in our last hit. We're gonna have to do this again. Oh, I got launched. And I got killed? Both my healers are down. Get him up. Heals all around. Get out of there. Uh-oh. Neo is down. I need heals. We got one down. That should get us back in this. Buff for the parties. Share. Holding on. Heal them all up. Tyon needs help. Not paying attention. Should have gone for the fusion right there. Heal up. You, over here. Can't touch me. Do more damage to this guy, but he doesn't have any more help. Get him on the ground, clown. Absolutely tear him apart. Ah, I couldn't get the I wanted to get the talent art off. Hold this one. There's our break. Launch would have been preferred, but that's what I got. Pour through him. Boom! Oh, he resisted. One more art. Get out of there. Senna, hold that heal. Nothing yet. Heal around. You can't touch us now. There's only one of you. Launch! Let's kill this clown. Get out of here. Let's dance. Heal us up. Round one. First one was tie on. Yeah, share everyone that agility buff. We'll go this one. So I need either a Lance or a Senna if I don't get Banana and Riku. Get it. Or sorry, a Lance or a Uni. It's gonna be tight. Nope, we got him. I didn't want that to finish. I wanted to hold off one more. But that's fine. We get an Ouroboros order now. No, we overshot. I should have used Mio. Oh well. Oh well. This guy's already dead. Get dunked on, you stupid idiot. You're done.
Must be nice to be strong like you guys. And me? I was just a worm crawling in the dirt.
Oh, spare me your
What I
sob
wanted was
story.
to fly. With every single new day I looked up to admire the birds freewheeling above, but I was a worm.
Yoren, cut the crap.
The stuff you guys said was like if those birds went. But Mr. Worm, you do such great work tilling the soil. It's really important you keep at it for the sake of the world, you know? Do you see what I'm trying to say?
And what's so wrong about that?
I wanted my wings, you bastard! I thought if only I could earn your approval, it'd be like an updraft I could soar on.
But birds, what can they possibly know
Of how a lowly worm feels.
Oh, wow, woe is me. Shut
Yoren.
up.
Just how could you possibly think like that? You wanted approval, so you...
How could I not? That's why I became Mobius. So I could be what I always aspired to be.
What? This is you?
It looks nothing like you.
Yeah, but, like, that's what I want to end up like, someday. Silly, huh?
Liar! If you think you're satisfied being this way, you're lying to no one but yourself. I know you can't be at peace with this, so drop the act.
Yeah, you tell him, Noah.
And yeah, maybe to you we were like birds. But that has nothing to do with strength. Only lack of choice.
Lack of choice?
Just look at how the world is for us. It would never allow us to take any other form. So we have to change it. For weak people like us.
Weak? You're weak?
On that day, weren't you smiling?
Oh yes, I sure was smiling. Because it was the moment I rose above you.
It was a grin of victory!
No, it wasn't. On that day, that was the real you. Our friend Yoren.
Stop mocking me!
Look, you'd made it, Yoren. You spread your true wings.
He's kind of getting through to him. I can't believe it.
Yoren. Your death, it changed me. Fighting isn't everything. I learned that if I chose, I could change myself, become anything. Yoren, I'm grateful as spark to you.
Ain't you the same, Yoren? Maybe if you had the choice too, in a world where nothing has to be like this.
And that's exactly the kind of world we want to create. We want choices.
Remember your Mobius. You should have other nice memories as well. You have to try and remember them. Anything at all.
I've seen all kinds of death. Taken a long, hard look at myself. So let me tell you, Yoren, you're more than this.
Yoren, you've given me so much. You helped me find the will to endure these 10 hard years.
Come to us, please, Yoren. Let's all stand together. You don't belong with them. You just don't.
Was that also me? That day it was like my body just moved.
Yes, you saved him.
Hey! Don't you think you're getting carried away there? Ugh, what a loser.
You
Good for nothing shit for brains.
I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill him.
Yoren! An interlink? He's taken him over.
Ugh! He's a real piece of work.
D, you scum!
Ever had dreams?
Dreams of dying, of being slaughtered.
I actively hate this guy.
Most people forget.
He's not even like a very complex villain. He's just a jerk.
But tell you what,
they're all completely true.
And so snuffing what? What if they were? The past is past, and the present is now.
I wasn't finished. Dreams, you see. They're little traces of intense memories from your past lives that didn't get purged before rebirth. Little harmless bugs in the system, let's call them.
However, not so with Mobius. Just like the runt said, when you become Mobius, in that very moment, all your past memories come rushing back to you.
And what were you? Oh my god, he's got the claws! He's like Mumkar! No, but they can't be the same. Mumkar died. Kinda looks like him too. But why? You're not nearly big enough to be holding claws like those.
To put it mildly, it's transcendent.
Before coming here, I went to visit the Furnace where I keep my collection.
Collection, you say?
Oh, what? Ah!
There they were, staring back at me.
He's mad.
Doesn't it make you tingle? As long as I am Mobius, I can enjoy this superlative feeling forever and ever.
I'll bury the world in my sweet collectibles.
Is it just a game to you? Is that all you have?
I think I'm gonna hoe.
Push through it. First, we gotta save Yoren from the shitbag.
Yeah,
You tell him, Lance.
This punk needs a whooping.
All right. Okay, we'll do. We'll thrash this shitbag, save Yoren, and get me some payback.
Let's dance.
If you fancy your chances, take your shot. I'll be more than happy to rip your bloody pelts off.
And add them to my collection.
Oh god. Going down. Let's dance. I want this clown dead. There's only one of him. 7 of us. Let's kill him. There's a break. I can get a topple in. Oh, that was a waste of that talent dart. Come on, Tyon, keep it together. He's jumping around so we can't just sit in our circles. Whoop! Too slow. Heals. Thank you. Uh-oh, I'm down. Give me up, give me up, give me up, give me up. Down. Cast buffs. Protect them. I'm gonna double chain attack here. We're going for round 1. Let's do this. Man, that break art is terrible. I should keep him alive. Then if we go in with Lance. That'll get them healing up. And finish with Tyon. Let's have Manana Muku. Yeah, I think that's sensible. Can you just, like, not hit that? Oh, dang. I didn't think that would finish the order.
I used my thinking muscles for this one.
We did a Noah, right? Yeah, we did a Noah. Let's do it again. There's our break. Sheesh. Wham! There's a Bravo. Ouroboros order. Topple in first. Heal up. Lan should be able to daze. And then you need to go in for the kill. Well, it's not going to be a kill, but the heavy hitter. Woo! 250. Oh my god, he's gonna... I'm gonna have to do a full another chain attack on this guy. He has so much HP! Yeesh! That wasn't even a bad chain attack, I don't think. Oh, that was almost really bad, really bad. Senna, don't die! Woo! Uh-oh, they're down. Resisted all of those. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out! Save the Ouroboros! Okay. Get them up! Senna, keep it together! Woo! They're up. How does he have so much HP? That was a big break right there. Oh, that's Soaring Tempest. I didn't even notice the name of that art. Can't touch us while we're like this. And talent. Got him. Buffs and heals, buffs and heals. That was an awful deal. Come on. Tie us down. Get him up, guys. Come on, Noah, topple. Nope. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Get me up, get me up, get me up. Go! We might have just gotten that. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be real tight. I need his defense dropped and stat. Just at that. That's bad. Oh, I'm happy I did that when I did. Come on. Let's put this clown in his place. Okay, so the first one was Tyon. I'm gonna prep Noah. Are you on the side? I can't tell. He was not on the side. There we go. We need it. I should be able to get this. There we go. Wham. Come on, Riku Banana. Yes! Go from the front. Come on. It's another round. I think they can finish this. Neo. There's 1. 2. That was a bravo. That's big. We needed that. That's big. Here we go. Let's put this dude in the dirt. Yeah, I did not want that. That bonus. That's... Tie up, bring it home. That ought to kill.
This isn't the end.
Woo! Wham! There's our overkill. I'll take a nice triple EXP, thank you. Take a seat. Woo! Oh my god. These bosses, man, they're real damage sponges. I went through 2 full chain attacks on that guy.
I lost.
Yes, you did.
I won't accept it.
Take a seat.
I am D of the Mobius,
The man who is Black Blaze Dark.
I won't be bitten by some idiot upstarts.
Black Blaze Dark?
You've heard of him?
I read about him in a textbook.
Oh, so he's not just dumb, he's old.
Gone mad. Rather than take lives with his blade, he'd behead his enemies with talon-like swords, bring them back, and add them to his collection.
So that's who we're dealing with.
It also explains his claws as a Mobius.
Is this your doing?
Jay, what are you trying to pull? I can't crush these fools if you hold your strength back. Give it to me, you no-good deadweight loser!
Deadweight loser?
Who else, kiddo? So give it up! Go on, give!
Look, you
Always
made it,
did.
Yoren. You spread your true wings. So let me tell you, Yoren, you're more than this. I can be more.
What's he doing? Guys, I think we gotta get out of here.
What's going on?
Alright, that's what I'm talking about.
With this much power, these chumps are...
That's enough now. I've got more than enough juice to... Hey! Are you listening? Jay!
It's a Telethia.
I knew it!
Or like the energy with the Telethia.
Stop it! Yoren! If you don't stop, you're gonna die!
I can't move. Cut it off! Jay! Cancel the interlink now!
Move your ass! Do what I say!
I will not. I've decided. It's my choice. I will be different.
He dropped the Mobius. Or the console gear.
Yoren!
This is who I am. Isn't it? Noah. Uni. Lands.
Jay, stop! If I die here, I won't...
Get wrecked.
Snuffing idiot. Always putting others ahead of yourself, you moron. You should have just looked out for number one. But you were so scary, I didn't really feel like I had that option. I suppose. I'm sorry, Euron. Maybe if we meet again. Yeah. And next time, we will win.
So what happens if an annihilation event just happens in the air? Does it ripple further? So guys, are we forgetting the fact that we have to go upstairs and you know, help out Nia? Just saying.
That was... Yoren.
Yeah, sure was. I swear, he hadn't changed one bit.
But this isn't okay. People shouldn't have to make such heartbreaking choices.
Yeah. That's exactly why we gotta move forward.
Yeah, well...
What do we do? The Queen's... she's gone now.
No shot.
What do we do? What can we even do?
This was supposed to be how we take back our world.
I'm so sorry. I knew I was half Mobius. I should have been more careful, but instead...
Wow.
She's fine?
Bastard! Stuck me good, he did. 2 sentries to the side and things that have been a sight worse.
She's okay?
What?
So, you guys gonna help her or what? She looks different.
Oh, you must be...
Impossible. I saw it. I saw her being stabbed directly through the heart.
And all that blood everywhere.
There's no wound that she can't heal.
But now she's alive! Alive and kicking!
She is, to be fair, a flesh eater. Rules don't exactly apply to her.
You are... Oh, that's good. So it worked after all. Your Majesty.
She looks so good.
My name is Nia, and I am the Queen of Agnes, one wing of Ionios.
Woo! Oh my god, amazing.
Just part of the protocol, innit?
That ends chapter 6. We got her! We got her, boys! Oh, amazing. Fantastic. I'm excited where this goes. Because now, we know that she's alive. She's not just a robot. So that means that Melia's got to be out there somewhere too. Right? That's the logical next step. We got to go save her. Oh my god, this is amazing. Maybe we can finally get some answers that I've been waiting for 50 hours for. Jesus Christ. Time to stop for tonight. I need to depart and go take care of some stuff. I appreciate you guys tuning in for those of you who are here. Smooth Groove, big shout out to you for gifting that sub to Ukami. That was really cool. Very generous of you. I really appreciate it. We're going to drop here for tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and whether I see you in another video, another stream, or someplace else until the time comes, take care. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take it easy.
You